All right, I'm going to go ahead and get started. So this weekend, number one was amazing. I was in Miami for the Bronner Brothers show, guys. It was a lot of work. It was a lot of amazing things that happened. But one thing that it really showed me, and what I was really reminded of, is how amazing what we're a part of is. I've been doing this since 2015, and I never forgot how amazing we are. I never forgot how amazing our products are. But there's those situations that just gives you that deeper love and appreciation for being in position and being connected to opportunity and products that are really impacting and changing lives all over the world. There were so many people that were so excited to see us there selling TLC products. Now, mind you, we're also selling Perfect Storm skincare. We're selling, Coach Stormy's CBD products. But when I tell y'all, people were coming for TLC, baby, people were coming for TLC, 15-day kits. And the products that we had were 15-day kits, lemon tea, NRG individually, and NutriBurst. But when I tell you, people were coming for the products. And that's why it's so important for us to understand the importance of staying connected, the importance of showing up. A lot of people were buying products from us because whoever they bought from in the past, whoever they were following, whoever they were connected to, wasn't around anymore. So they didn't know if the people still had the products or how to still get the products. So they were so excited to see us in the building that they could get their products from. That's why you gotta keep showing up. That's why you gotta keep showing up. I guarantee you the people that they were buying products from, they may still be in the business. But if they stop showing up, then the person, out of sight, out of mind. When you don't post, when you don't share, people don't know, or don't assume people know that you have these products. You can't be a secret agent with your business. If you don't show, people don't know. Write that down. If you don't show, people don't know. And so I want to, it just made me, today has been a day I needed to rest. Um, a lot of hard work this weekend. So physically, I'm paying for it. So I knew today was going to be a day that I needed to just chill out. I went to the sauna today. I've been on my phone, reaching out to people, connecting with people that joined the business this weekend. I was so busy that I could only do so much. So first and foremost, congratulations to each of you that leveraged the $5 enrollment. Congratulations to you that got binary qualified. People on your team may have gotten binary qualified. You added new people to your organization. So congratulations on that. We want to make sure that we get those people moving. We want to make sure those people get paid. So make sure that you share with them the 10 core commitments. All the things that I'm sharing with y'all, make sure you pay it forward to your team so that they know how to move forward and everything they need to do. Even with the welcome text, y'all, make sure, don't just leave it up to them and think that they're really going to go through the steps. Like, check on them, make sure, hey, did you join the group chat? Did you check out the training portal? Did you download your app? Did you set up your SmartShip? Like, make sure that they really went through the steps. It's a long message, so some people will look at it and just move forward and then be confused when some of the information they need is right in front of them. All right, but let's get into Dominate. So September 1st September 1st is the fourth quarter. That gives us 4 months in the rest of the year to get everything accomplished. So whether you got everything done that you wanted to get done January until now, if you really focus, you can still dominate 2022 in these last 4 months. Champions, I've been saying this all day and I'm going to keep saying it. Champions are made in the fourth quarter. This is the time where the rubber meets the road. And so I wanted to do this training today because I don't want us, I don't want you, I don't want me, I don't want us to be that person that waits until December to get serious about closing out the year strong. I don't want us to wait until October and say, oh man, Black Friday and Christmas is coming up, and I want to make sure I have some money together so my family gets the Christmas and the holiday they deserve. The work that you do now is going to set the tone for the rest of the year, and it's going to set the tone for how your 2023 starts. So I really want y'all to understand, whether you realize it or not, the daily work that you do now is what dictates what's going to happen in the next few months. It's a compound effect. Things don't happen overnight. You have to sow the seeds. You have to do the work. You have to put forth the effort now. Don't wait till December to try to launch 2023 in a big way. You should be already right now thinking about what you need to accomplish by the end of the year and how you want to start your new year. When you look at big companies, when you look at CEOs, they already have their plans for next year. They're not waiting until December to put together the plan. And so I want you guys to understand that this training, if you take it to heart and really apply it, can really help you move forward in your business. So the D is for do more. Whatever you're doing right now, decide over the next 4 months that you're going to do more. I know that since we've started this 90-day run journey together, I know a lot of you guys have already been doing more than you were already doing. So now it's that level. Now it's that time to say, okay, I've been doing this for about 30 days, 30, 45 days, and I've been doing more than I usually do. Well, guess what? It's time to do more now. It's time to do even more. It's time to do even more. If you've been doing more for the last 30 days, guess what? It's time to take it to the next level. So look at what you've been doing. Congratulate yourself on your progress. Be proud of the progress you made. Be proud of you guys getting out of your comfort zone, but also say, I'm still not, I know there's more I can do. I already didn't think I could do this. I'm doing it. Now let me do more. So push yourself to the next level of what doing more means for you. So if you made that goal and said, I'm gonna talk to 10 people a day and you've been doing it, now you need to talk to 20. If you made yourself a goal to say, I'm gonna get G5 at least once in the month, get G5 twice. If you said you were gonna get G5 every week, get G5 twice a week. Whatever it is, make sure that you're doing more in all cylinders that are gonna grow your business. The people that market the most, the people that show up the most, the people that are present the most are the ones that are going to make the most money. You want to be in everybody's face. When I go to business trainings with Grant Cardone and Eric Worre and GoPro and Eric Thomas and all of these people, guess what? They're all in different industries. But the one common ground is that they teach is you got to be in everybody's face. People need to see you everywhere. People need to see you everywhere. And in order for people to see you everywhere, you got to do more. You got to do more. If you know you've been focused on Instagram, start doing more on Facebook too. Start doing more on TikTok too. I'm not saying switch platforms. I'm saying add. This is the time to multiply all of your actions. So do more. The O is for overcome. You have to overcome the things that are still keeping you from just scratching the surface. If you know you heard me talk about doing more and you know you really haven't been doing more, you need to overcome whatever is standing in your way, because whatever is blocking you will not take you to the next level. If it's fear, if it's inconsistency, if it's lack of discipline, if it's lack of belief, whatever it is, you need to identify it and you need to overcome it. If you're in the wrong environments, you need to put yourself in new environments. And if you're not able to physically put yourself in a new environment, you need to mentally put yourself in a new environment. You need to listen to different things. You need to have different conversations than what you're having. This is the time for you to be very, very specific of knowing what it is that's keeping you from your next level and getting rid of it. You don't want to go into 2023 with the same struggles. So in order for you to not enter the new year with the same struggles, you got to start attacking that thing now. Overcome whatever it is that's holding you back. And 9 times out of 10 is not even anybody else's you. 9 times out of 10 is your thinking. 9 times out of 10 is the distractions. All of those things are within your control. The M is map it out. What does that look like? What does doing more look like for you? What does overcoming look like for you? You have to be able to put your goals in position. Going into the 4th quarter, if I were you, I would make a vision board. Make a new vision board. Write a new list of goals. Remind yourself of the things in January that you said you were going to accomplish. Remind yourself of the things that you said you were going to do for the entire year. Sometimes we forget the things that we sought out to do because this had happened in life and that happened in life and that happened in life and we got sidetracked. Make a vision board. Put something in front of you, make it digital, make some collage images, find an app and make some collage images and put it on your phone so you have it on your screensaver. Put it on your iPad so you can see it every day. But you got to make sure that you map it out. This This is no longer the time to be throwing stuff on the wall and see what sticks. Which brings me to the I, which is intentional. Everything you do must be intentional. This is a private training for a select few, but because I knew today what I was sharing is something that can help everybody, I'm live on Instagram because I'm being intentional. When I got home last night, I knew that my day was I needed to rest physically, but I needed to work mentally. So I made my to-do list last night of everything that I needed to accomplish. There was a couple things that when I made it last night, I was excited. When I got up today, I wasn't excited. But I still did it because I'm being intentional. I know what showing up looks like. You know, shout out to our visionary coach, Stormy Wellington. You know, I was traveling during the training, so I was in and out. The signal was bad, and my phone is blowing up. Coach Stormy's talking about you. Coach Stormy's talking about you. See, when you continue to show up, when you don't look for the accolades, when you don't look for the recognition, but you just operate in your greatness, you operate in your strengths, and you operate in your gifts, you will get the recognition that you so desire. You'll get the validation that you're seeking from others. I was so proud after as long as I've been connected to Coach Stormy for her to still see how I show up. But that's because I'm intentional with everything I do. I made a lot of connections at that event for me. She made it very clear, listen, y'all are here working with me, but y'all, when y'all meeting people, you need to get their phone numbers. You need to keep in touch with them. I'm not gonna miss the opportunity to leverage such an amazing leader that's giving me access and proximity. I don't care how much money I made. I ain't stupid. I'm intentional. And I'm gonna do everything with a spirit of excellence, with the right heart, with the right mindset. Every day, when we need to be there, I was there on time. Every single day. I don't care if I was tired. Yesterday was a little challenging for me because my knee was swollen, but I still showed up, and I still showed up. Be intentional in this season and everything that you do. That's why you got to have your map of what is it that you want, because what you want is going to determine what your intentional actions need to be. I know that this week, I'm not going to be able to do any type of vigorous workout. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? I said, you know what? It's still hot outside. The pool's still open. I'm going to swim. I'm going to make sure I'm very mindful of my eating this week and my products if I'm not able to push my body physically, because I'm being intentional. So be intentional. Be intentional. And I want to spend time on that, because I guarantee you, sometimes we allow our days to get away from us and then we just do anything. But when you plan your work and work your plan, and when you do this, guys, listen, when you map it out and you become intentional, I'm telling you, you have to stick with what you said you're going to do. You got to stick with what you said you're going to do. You got to hold yourself, you got to hold yourself accountable to what you put on paper. I'm not going to see all of your goals. I'm not going to look at everything you're supposed to do every day, but you are. So when you make this decision that you're going to focus on another level and you're going to be intentional, you got to stick with it. You got to stick with it. It's not for me. It's for you. It's for whatever you need to accomplish. It's for whatever you want to get done. And can I tell you, when you really make a decision that you're going to do more, you're going to overcome, you're going to map it out, and you're going to be intentional. When you start having those milestones and you start getting those goals accomplished, do you know how it's going to make you feel? Now you have something to be proud of. And the more things that you do to make yourself proud is going to encourage you to continue to do things to make yourself proud. So you got to be intentional. The N is no excuses. You have to hold you accountable to the things that you said you want. When you don't do what you're supposed to do every day for your success, you're not letting me down. You're letting yourself down. You're letting your family down. You're letting the people that are depending on you down. You're letting the people who are watching you down. So you have to make a decision that you're not going to make any excuses. The same way that you don't like anybody to give you excuses for why they didn't show up, why they didn't say they didn't do what they said they were going to do. You can't give yourself any excuses. You can't give yourself any excuses. And every time you do, it makes you feel like, well, I don't feel so bad. And you know what? I remember now. Let me pull out my book. I gotta find this. I'm knocked over stuff trying to get this book, y'all. Grant Cardone talks about excuses. My bookmark is still there. Look at that. I need y'all to listen to this. This is from the 10X Rule, Grant Cardone. Excuses are never the reason for why you did or didn't do something. They're just a revision of the facts that you make up in order to help yourself feel better about what happened or didn't happen. Making excuses won't change your situation. Only getting to the real reason behind it can do this. Excuses are for people who refuse to take responsibility for their life and how it turns out. I'm going to say that again. Excuses are for people who refuse to take responsibility for their life and how it turns out. Now, I know when we think about excuses, we never thought about that. We never looked at it that way, but that's the truth. That's the truth for me. That's the truth for you. That's the truth for anybody. So you got to make a decision that you're not going to make it any excuses in this season. And when you do that, it's going to be so much easier moving forward in your life to not make excuses, because now you've retrained your thoughts. You've retrained how you view what excuses are. You retrain how important accountability is, which is the A, accountability. You have to hold you accountable to the things that you said that you want. If you share it with me, I'm going to bring it up. But guess what? Every single day, I'm not going to be able to, I'm not with you. I'm not at your house. I'm not in your phone. Only you know if you're really holding yourself accountable for real to the things that you said you want. We can't expect things from other people that we're not expecting from ourselves. We can't expect things from our team member that we're not expecting from ourselves. We can't expect things from our family. You can't expect nothing from nobody that you don't expect from you. So this is the time to hold yourself accountable. If you know in the overcome area that there's things that you need to get past, hold yourself accountable to make sure that those things that you've been struggling with, you don't continue to struggle with. It all comes down to a choice. When people ask me questions, well, how do I get over this? How do I get, all of it is a decision. Every adjustment that you need to make in your life starts with a decision. So you gotta hold yourself accountable. The T is time management. Whether you work a job, single parent, whatever you got going on, I know it's back to school for a lot of you. So now your time management is a little different. In one aspect, you have some free time because the kids aren't at home. But another aspect, you might have to now do more things for them in the evenings. They might have practice and after school programs and all of the things that you signed them up for to help them have a well-rounded childhood, which is great. Now you have to be very focused on your time management. There are people that are doing 50% more than what you have to do, and they have the same 24 hours you have and they get stuff done. So you have to manage your time wisely. Set a non-negotiable schedule. If you know you only have 2 hours a day to work your TLC business, then you need to use those 2 hours. Talking to people, showing up online, showing up in real life, following up, all of those things. But your time management is important. Stop using I don't have enough time as a reason why you're not furthering your business. You manage your time. You manage your time. If you have a job, you may not be able to give your business the same time that you give your job, but you can give your business the same energy. And I can't stress this enough. I've been saying this the past few days. I'm going to keep saying it. If you give your business the same energy that you give a job, you'll see progress just in that alone. Because how many times have you not wanted to go to work and you still went? How many times were you sick and didn't want to show up to work, but you still showed up? How many times was you mad at your boss or mad at your coworkers and mad at this and mad at that, but you still came to work every day because you wanted to make sure you got that check? What if you gave your business that same type of energy with no excuses? That mental adjustment alone can take you a lot further. So give your business the same energy you give your job, even if you can't give it the same time. And the E is execute. Anything I said before now is not important if you don't execute. If you take all these notes and do nothing with them, there's no progress. You have to make sure that you execute. In the execution phase, there may be some sacrifices that you have to make in order for you to execute. You might have to get up earlier. You might have to stay up later. You might have to adjust your social calendar. Excuse me. Anybody or anything that's not a part of your bottom line, you may need to put to the side for this final quarter of the year. Sometimes you have to do what you have to do until you can do what you want to do. Don't be afraid to make that sacrifice. And everybody may not understand it, but guess what? Your goals are your goals. Your goals are not their goals. So whether they understand it or not, that's not going to help you get further. So this is the time and season that you have to be a little selfish. And listen, ladies, being selfish is not a bad thing. Focusing on you is not a bad thing. What you really think that when you feel like, if I do this, if I focus on me, how am I going to be a good mom? How am I going to be a good spouse? How am I going to be a good girlfriend? How am I going to be a good daughter if I'm just focused on me? Well, guess what? You can't be the best you if you don't focus on you. You can't be the best you to the people in your life if you don't give you the time that you deserve and need. You can't pour from an empty cup. So if you don't focus on being and taking the time to do what you need to do for you, you're only giving the people that you care about the most part of you. You're not even giving them all that they deserve. And that's the real selfishness, is not doing what's necessary to keep your cup filled. So this is the time, y'all, that you have to say, I'm going to execute in this fourth quarter. I've been doing cool. I've been coasting. I've been going through the motions. But in these next 4 months, I got to focus at a whole nother level, because I don't want December 31st. I don't want January 1st to come and I'm in the same space now because I waited till the last minute, or because I didn't take it seriously, or, and this is the biggest thing, or because I thought I had more time. It's almost September 1st, y'all. I felt like it was just New Year's. So the more time you think you have, the less you're going to really execute. So I just wanted to cover that with y'all, because I know that this is the time that you make those decisions of how you're going to close out the year. This is the time, not December, not Thanksgiving. Now is the time for you to dictate, how is your 2023 going to start? How is your 2022 going to end? This is the time to make those choices. This is the time to make those adjustments. This is the time to make those mindset shifts. The time is now. And so, I wanted to make sure that I went through that. I pray that was helpful for y'all. Just a couple other things, and then we're going to go. Today's the last day for G5 in August. Remember, G5 ends on the 30th of every month, no matter how many days. So even though August has a 31st, G5 for August ends today. If you have any sales tomorrow, that's fine. You're still going to get retail commission, but it won't contribute to a G5 bonus. So if when you log in your back office and you click G5 qualifying customers, and you have 8 customers and you have 4 customers, knock out the rest of that G5. Why leave money on the table? Especially if any of you if you got 2 life changers during this week, get you G5 so you can have that tab that shows up in your back office that says August samples. When you click, if you see that in your back office, click August samples. It's going to ask you to acknowledge that you gave out 10 samples, and now you get the 10, 5, 2 bonus. But you're not going to see that tab in your back office until you have 2 new life changers and 5 new customers. So if you enrolled a couple people during this $5 promotion, knock out that G5 so you can get that extra $50 10, 5, 2 bonus. Don't leave any money on the table. So today's the last day for G5. Fight to get that 10, 5, 2 bonus. I'll be looking at some different things to select the August MVP. I know y'all forgot. So I'm going to be checking to see who showed up the most, who was the most consistent, who had the most activity through their back office. So I'm going to be looking through social media pages. I'm going to be looking through my back office to see what I can see. And the person that I select as the August MVP is going to get $100 in TLC points. Those points can go towards your smart ship. Those points can go towards a product purchase. You're going to get 100 TLC points, whoever I select as the August MVP. All right, so that's our trainer for today, y'all. Does anybody have any questions? Questions, comments, or concerns? Instagram, y'all too. If anybody got questions, put them in the question box next to the comments. Does anybody have questions? I mean, I know I pretty much laid it out of what we need to do. So if there aren't any questions, just yes.
This is Lavonda. Where did you say to look for that bonus? You said the 1052.
When you log in your back office, if you see a tab that says August samples, it's going to be on the drop down menu, just like when you go to click reports or anything else.
Okay.
When you see August samples, that means that you're already G5 and you had 2 new life changers. And so once you click that again, it's going to ask you to acknowledge that you gave out 10 samples. The company understands that everybody doesn't always just sample through the app. So it's more of an honor system. That's why it doesn't show up until you have the 5 customers and the 2 life changers. So the only thing that's missing is the 10 samples. We know as a company that we sample in person and we sample through the app. So if you know you're G5 and you have 2 new life changers, look for that August samples tab in your back office, click it, acknowledge you gave 10 samples, and boom, you'll get your $50 1052 bonus.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions? Well, listen, y'all, it's time to get to work. It's time to take this thing to the next level. Again, be proud of what you've accomplished thus far. I know all of you have been pushing more than you've normally pushed in your business, but now it's time to kick it up a notch. If you ain't growing, you're dying. So you got to keep climbing that ladder until you get to your level, until you get to the success that you desire. So y'all, some of y'all started here before the 90-day run. Now y'all here. Now it's time to go here. This is the time, you know, I know for me, definitely a new transformation, because I know when January hits, everybody's going to be looking for us. And I suggest everybody get a new story for themselves. And if you already have accomplished your physical goals, then help people get a new story for them. Help your customers, help your team, stay connected to them. So now when the new year starts, you have examples of people that you can show that you've been able to help accomplish their physical goals if you've already accomplished yours. Now it's time to give back. It's time to give people that same energy that was given to you or that you gave to yourself to get to your milestone. Now it's time to reach back and help other people. You know, don't forget about the 15-day challenge. Of course, that's still going on for 25,000. Dream Day, September 20th in Miami. Look at where you started August 16th, whatever your commission was to what it is now. I don't care if you really don't believe that you can make 10,000 in 30 days. I guarantee you, if you go for it, you'll still make more money than you've ever made, because you'll have a conscious effort daily for a bigger goal. Houston, September 17th. Definitely, if you can get to Houston, be in the building. If you can't get to Houston, still promote, still invite. Guests can come for free to hear the opportunity. If they want, at the beginning of the first hour, if they want to stay the whole day, it's $99. Les Brown is going to be there. Jack Fallon is going to be there. It's literally, looking at the Atlanta event is literally like a one-day conference for real. People have to pay thousands of dollars to see someone like Les Brown in person. So if you could get to Houston, Texas, September 17th, I would make it my business to get there. All right, so I love you guys. This is our weekly check-in. Make sure the welcome message, if you have new people, make sure you sent them the welcome message. If you have banners for them, please send them to me so I can share them in my stories for your new teammates. You know, people like recognition. People like to be acknowledged. So if you have new team members, I put the template, I'll put it back in the chat. If you have new team members, you can do it on Canva or whatever, some type of photo editing app to get the picture on. But let's celebrate the new people that are part of our organization. All right, so let's kill it, y'all. It's time to dominate. No more games this fourth quarter. No more excuses. This is time to put your foot to the pedal, the metal to the pedal, all of that. Last thing I'm gonna say is this: it's a holiday weekend. Y'all gonna be going to stuff. People gonna be having stuff. Families have Labor Day is Labor Day is when it's a lot of cookouts. Have your samples with you. If you don't have any samples, order some today so you can get them by this weekend. Be intentional. When you go to the family functions, let them see you make your tea. Drink your NutriBurst in front of them. Take your NRG. Share your results. Be intentional. Don't just go to the cookout just to go to the cookout. Everybody gonna be eating like crap anyway. They need all the products. Make it for them. Get a bottle of water. Girl, I seen you eat them ribs, honey. I know they was good. Tonight, drink this tea. I'll make it for you. When you take it home, just shake it up again and drink it. Make it for them. They ain't got no excuse. Now all they got to do is drink it. They can't say, I ain't know how to do it. You make it for them. Get a bottle of water, mix it up. Say, hey, when you get home, drink this before you go to bed. Take a picture so I can see you drinking. Because I ain't giving this away for free, girl. You know, them 2 sachets, that's like $5. But I'm going to give it to you for free. So we got to leverage this weekend. We got to leverage this weekend. If you join my team and I have it, send me your picture so I can get your banner made. If you know you're a part of my organization and you're new, send me your picture. Let's get your banner made. And so, guys, let's get to work. That's it. That's it. That's everything. Let's get to work. So you know, tomorrow at 7 is my bigger team Zoom. So if you have team members that are not a part of this chat, make sure you share with them tomorrow's Zoom at 7 o'clock. I'll put the link in the chat. So all of your team members, your new people, and all of those folks, make sure they get on tomorrow's team Zoom. All right, so I will see you ladies later. Have an amazing night. And let's go, y'all. It's time to dominate.